Hi. So we're going to look at some of the keys, and to reach the settings you can either click on this cog here if you're in the menu, or on the server you can press escape and options here, and here you are with all your options, and we're looking at mouse and keyboard. So obviously there's all the fairly, hopefully obvious things, the movement keys and the attack keys and all of that. Mouse scroll up for your weapon. I use it automatically, but you really want to rebind your equip items and use the keyboard keys to click weapons, because the scroll is too sensitive and it keeps scrolling through to the same weapon. But what we're going to look at are things like crouch is a new one. For Warband didn't have crouch, and view character is not a new one, but I think the default is tilde, and I've rebound mine to Q, and you want to rebind yours to something you can easily reach, because it's a very useful thing to do in game. And where are we? Character zoom in and character zoom out will change your field of view. We'll have a look at that. Toggle walk run mode, we'll have a look at that. I don't know what the use of it is, I can't think of anything, but we will have a look at that. Show indicators. When you press that in skirmish and in captain mode as well, it will show you where the flags are and where your friends are, your teammates, and their names. So that's incredibly useful as well. And there are some useful keys that are not listed here. Just in case anybody's interested, I'm going to slowly scroll down the lot of them. But since I don't play captain mode or anything, I'm not really interested in those. Okay, there we are, and done. So you're an archer, you're going to shoot, and suddenly you're attacked by a melee and you want to get your sword out, and this happens because you are scrolling to get your weapon out, and if you scroll too fast your bow will come out, and it's really very sensitive. I don't know why it's this sensitive. I mean, you obviously can do it if you just give your scroll wheel a gentle scroll, but you know, if you've got somebody running at you with a weapon, possibly a cat, you want to get your sword out quickly. So the thing to do then is having rebound your number keys. This is 1. Nothing happens on 2 with this character because he doesn't have anything in 2. This is slot 3. So they're all different at the moment, so with different characters different things will come out, so you probably need to check or learn which character does what. But for this one, the Fian, it's 1 for the bow and 3 for the sword, and that saves you trying to get your weapon out and ending up with a bow, which gets me killed quite a lot. When you do have your sword out, you probably want a short sword to do this. So you'll see when he goes for a strike, he winds himself up, he brings the weapon back and lets it go. But you can do chaining. So as the strike starts, you hit your strike button, which is left mouse key for everybody else, I think, again, and he sort of winds the weapon around his head and goes straight back into a strike, which is a little bit faster. And I'm lagging a bit. Let's see if this works. when you get into the rhythm of it, you can keep it going, so it's not a one-time thing. You can do that as often as you like. It's not something I do very much, but you do see players who can keep it going and keep hitting. So yeah, that's something you could do. So as you release, let's start again. As you release the swing, just like in the middle or slightly before the middle of the swing, you hold your left mouse button down just a little bit. So not a tap, a slight hold, and the chaining will happen. And once you get into the rhythm of it, it's really quite easy to keep going. So we'll just go through a few of those. So space bar to jump, obviously. Crouch is the new one. I've seen people dodge arrows and couch from the cav by crouching, so that was fun. And kick, I'm not sure you can see it, but we'll show that with somebody else later. So that will stun your opponent. Interestingly, when a round ends, you can't initiate an attack except for kick. So when the round ends, you can still kick people, but that's the only thing you can do. If you already have your bow drawn or you already have a swing ready, you can complete the action, but you can't initiate an action. So let's also look at view character. Now this is great in game while you're playing, and if you watch a good player, like I'm going to put LaRue's link in the description like I often do, because if you watch him when he's streaming, you'll see some extremely good play. Good players are looking around themselves all the time, so they're always using that button, which is why I've rebound it to Q. Not that I'm a good player, but that's why I've rebound it to Q, and most players do rebind it to something they can easily reach while playing the game, so they can just check behind them all the time, see what's going on. Here we are as a mounted archer, because we can do some other stuff on the horse that will come in handy. So if you're shooting, you can use left shift just to bring your view in a bit, but also you can go into first person, which can make the shot. What can we shoot at? Probably better stop the horse. So in and out of first person, you're aiming slightly differently. So in first person, it's much truer. The reticule is truer to where you're actually aiming. So a lot of people find that helpful. And again, if you watch LaRue's streams, he zips in and out of first person all the time. So another view thing is on the numpad, if you press the plus button, your view will go in really tight, and if you press the minus button, you can hold them down or tap them, but if you press minus you get a wider view, and if you press plus you get a closer view. So also we'll hop off the horse. Now normally people go around, you know, a bit of a trot, but if you press caps lock, you walk like you really know what you're doing. I am scared of nothing in this hat. Let's just stroll back to the horse, or strut maybe. On the horse, like if you start off slow and you gather speed as you hold the forward button down, or if you double tap W, you see it gives the horse a kick and you start off a lot faster, and start off a lot faster again, and you can double tap S to slow down. a lot faster as well. And then the best thing, a bit like the caps lock for walking, I'm not sure what the use is, but if you hit one of the side movement keys and E at the same time, E is the kick key by default. Oops, didn't get that quite right. Your horse will go sideways, which is rather awesome. The only use I can think of for it is if you are trying to line up for a race or for a team picture or something. That's cute, isn't it? Isn't that cute? And then we want to do show indicators as well, but they won't show you anything on here, so we need to go into skirmish for that. One of the other new keys when you're on a horse, the usual thing from Warband is F to dismount and to mount again, but if you want to do a fast dismount, you can press the crouch button, which is the default is Z. So it's a little bit faster than looking down for the F, and you just press Z and you're straight off the horse. So that's quite a useful one as well. To shield bash, you hold down your right mouse key to defend and hit E. Let's see. Yeah, we can try it again, maybe if it gets close enough. There. So I hope this has been helpful to any new players or even any old players who didn't know all those keys. If I've missed anything that you think would be useful for people to know, let me know in the comments and I'll have a look at that. And we're just going to scroll through with a list of all these keys, and hopefully that's helpful to some people too. Thanks for watching the video. Bye.